Come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is actually Too Close from Home. It's season 1, and this is actually episode 3, because the premiere was actually 2 hours long, so it was actually episode 1 and 2. So here we are with episode 3. Okay, so a lot went on in a short period of time. It was so funny because there was so much crammed into this hour that it was like, ooh, it seemed like it got over too quick. Well, let me just say this, starting off, baby, that Brody. I'm going to need Brody not to never do another scene running up and down the steps with that little towel on and all that. It was just too much. Just too much. And yeah, it was just too much. He need to be cast as Thor. Like, for real. Yeah. But anyway, Brody, they start right off. Dr. Allen then left out of there and took the damn truck. And Brody was just getting ready to take a bath. And he come running down there. Daddy gone. When we see Daddy again, he done broke into the diner where Bonnie works. She thought somebody broke in. Here it is, Dr. Allen sitting in there, butt ass naked, sitting his ass up on that motherfucking stool. I said, no, you ain't sitting your nasty crack on that stool, Mr. Anyway, so she go in there, he out of it. Talking about, why am I so cold? She said, because you ain't got no damn clothes on. But before that, she had called the sheriff. Sheriff had actually told her, oh my God, she said, it's Dr. Allen. He said Brody has been looking for his dad, this, that, and the other. So she got Brody on the phone, told Brody to get on down there, get his dad, bring him some clothes and all that. Everything's cool. Goes up in there, and the man has literally no filter, being as though, you know, him and his little Alzheimer's situation that's going on. He ain't got no filter. So he asked her about his wife. So, and I think I believe that diner belonged to his wife, because the name is, I think, Mary Ann or whatever the name is the same name he called his wife. So I think that diner was hers. They literally have like all the money in that little town. But because remember, they're the landlords to the trailer park and all of that. So whatever. Anyhow, he's looking for her, so Bonnie figured him out on that. She gave him some things to put on. But in the midst of all that, child, like I said, he has no filter. He told her, are you the one, Bonnie? You the one that cleaned that wall back there? Because, you know, your sister used to bring men back there, honey, and I know about everything, honey, all the kids and little Mac and all that. I said, oh my God. And she started crying, and he's like, did I make you sad? Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, this, that thing. Now, honey, there's a lot of dirt that goes on and that has gone on in this little town. And Dr. Allen was part of all the dirt, knows all the dirt, honey, and him having that Alzheimer's, honey, he is just spilling all the tea. So anyway, through all of that going on, JB ends up showing up. He's still trying to take Bonnie's car. Bonnie gets to telling him about some other woman that he was fucking around with. So get her car. I had her car already, and this, that, thing, and they go through all that. In the midst of all that, we end up finding out JB and Brody are brothers. Half brothers. Child, they got the same mama. Dr. Allen is Brody's daddy, but he's not JB's daddy. And some kind of way in there growing up, he didn't treat JB as good as he treated Brody. Well, we see the two of them are completely different. Because he actually started trying to rough up Bonnie, and the dad jumped in there and told, you take your goddamn hands off of him. And he knocked the old man down. I said, oh, this motherfucker. And then, baby, that big ass goddamn Brody gang had just came in and he beat his goddamn ass. You hear me? He whipped his ass. And that's when the sheriff came in and broke them up and said, y'all want to go to jail, this, that, thing, and the other? And that's how we thought. He said, y'all are brothers, blah, blah, blah. Because up until that point, we didn't know they were brothers, child. And all that kind of thing. And that's where you could actually see, like, Brody is huge. Like, he's got to be like 6'4", 6'5". Just big and fabulous, honey. I said, look at him, honey. He beat the shit out of JB. But JB ends up going through the whole thing of telling the police, well, basically Barney told him about the sister still in the truck, and he kept alluding to something ain't right. Something ain't right. He kept telling the sheriff, no, I'm fine, it's cool, I'll go find it, just that him. I'm gonna help you. Kept alluding. I said, something ain't right. Come to find out, he goes off with the sheriff. The sheriff's going to go ahead and help him. He's like, cool. Before we get to the sheriff getting to them, because they didn't find where the truck is, and they on their way. Oh, stinking ass sister. She done got the truck, got down there, called some motherfuckers, some old low-life motherfuckers, and tell them to come on down. And there's all these electronics in the back of the truck. And she's like, I'll sell it to you. And she's like, I want $10,000. And the one guy, he kept calling her a bitch and grabbing his crotch and giving her very much a bitch. He was ready to give her a bump and send her on about her way. Probably make her blow him or something too and give her a bump and send her on about her way. But didn't realize the shit that she actually had. So here, the other guy that was with him was like, no, I'll give you $5,000. And she like, okay, cool, you're a crackhead, bitch. She took the money and went on about her business. The guy's like, why would you get that bitch? That bitch, you have to get that bitch nothing. He said, come on, take her back to 2 crates full of cocaine, baby. I knew something was wrong. That damn JB kept alluding, and he was too upset for it to just be a job. You know what I mean? This motherfucker running drugs. A mess. And goes on. So that's that. They leave the truck. All the electronic shit is still there. When they finally get there, the sheriff tells them, everything's fine. You got your stuff back. JB keeps up his face like, oh, yeah, it's cool. Bam, no problem. So later on, we actually end up seeing JB making a connection to whoever his middle guy is. They're supposed to be doing the drop-off. He's trying to stop the little middle guy and tell him that I don't have the shit. There's some shit that went down. I ain't got the shit. Because he's running late. So the drug lords are there, and they're pissed off because you're running late with the shit. And he's out there, and then he come back. The one little guy, there's 2 guys that come back from around there. Guy says, I'm looking at him. My shit ain't in there. And he says, that's what I was trying to tell you. I lost the haul. I lost it. And he's like, my girlfriend's sister took the shit, this, that thing, and the other on. He's like, but I'll be able to get it. I'm going to get it back, this, that thing, and the other. So the guy, the drug lord standing there, and this is what I'm talking about, Tyler. Now, the way you wrote the drug lords for this program, that's how they should be over there on Have and Have Nots, because over on Have and Have Nots, they're a fucking joke. When I tell you the drug lord was so true to life, that motherfucker looked, he said, yeah, what's your girlfriend's name? He told her, Barney. He gonna say, yeah, where she live? And the guy the middle guy's like, oh, they live, Route 16. He's like, okay. That motherfucker took that gun out and split the middle guy's head to the motherfucking white meat. Bam! No goddamn talking, no pleading, no nothing. Bullet to the motherfucking dome. Bam, bitch. I said, whoa, okay. Motherfucking JB standing there like this. Blood just shot on his face. I said, Now this is what I'm talking about. Come on with the shit. Told that motherfucker, he said, now you go get my shit. He said, I'm going to give you some time to go get my shit. If you don't come back with my motherfucking shit, I'm going to kill every backwoods motherfucker down in that trailer park on Route 16. I said, and then roll. No problem. And roll. Child, JB's punk ass got to throw it up and all this shit. And I laughed. I said, then he got to crying. I said, no, you ain't crying. No, you ain't crying, motherfucker. You want to rough up girls in the motherfucking diner and shit. Why you crying now, bitch? You mad, can't stand Brody. You want to fight with Brody, but now you crying, bitch. I said, But see, now that's my kind of drug lord. They ain't playing no motherfucking games. Bam, split your head to the white meat, bitch. So I was down with that. I was like, this is some good shit here. Now, I said this in the last piece of this that I did. When I said, I don't understand why we even fuck with the whole Washington, D.C. stuff, because all the shit in trailer park is enough. But anyway, One of the other things that Dr. Allen had said when he was over at the diner, he gonna say, your other sister, that uppity one, she's in a lot of trouble too. Seeing it on the news with the president and all that. She's in a bunch of trouble. And Barney's like, huh? She didn't really know what was going on. So let's flip on over there to where they are. Here, she's up in there in the apartment with the little guy with his creepy, shady ass. He's trying to hold her up. Oh, go use the shower. Go wash your clothes. This, that, and the other. Trying to hold her until the other reporters get there. And he was successful in holding her. They just get on my nerves. That was taking too long. But when she goes in the bathroom, she ends up coming out and she's like, I'm getting out of here. The other people from the Washington Post showed up. And there was this one lady who was like, I guess she was the editor or whatever. That bitch was creepy as a motherfucker. She was creepy. I said, that bitch got a cauldron in her purse because she was creepy. We can help you. We can let you tell your side of the story. She was like, what's up? I'm out of here. They were all oh so creepy. And I would have never been tied up with them. I'd have been gone anyway. But that was that. She got out of there, left from with them. When I tell you the paparazzi, and not one paparazzi, it was the media folk. They just swarmed her and they just drug her ass. Drug her. She ended up leaving, going over to Dax's house. And Dax, his lover, and Valerie were actually there at the house. And Dax and Valerie were shady as a motherfucker. They were giving her, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, you're a liar, bitch. We got all your background and we ain't even trying to be bothered with you. Why did you come here, bitch? Go away from her. I mean, they gave her the motherfucking blues. But the lover, with his cute little self, was like, is this what we're doing now? No, she's our friend. We're not doing that. And he was telling her, I'll help. She's like, could y'all help me get a ticket or something? I don't have anything. Like, she have nothing. All her shit been cut off. And he's like, I got some money on my credit card, and I'll help you. And his name was Victor. Child, Dax was like, you ain't helping her do nothing. That credit card is mine. That's my credit card. So that's when Victor was like, well, wait a minute. When did our credit card just end up now all of a sudden it's just your credit card? And he went on, and I mean, Dax got real shady and was given, because I pay all the bills, this, that, and the other. He's like, oh, so this is what we're doing now. And I really think Dax done damn near talked himself out of his boyfriend altogether. But basically, he told him they was trying to get things together, and they were saying, no, throw her out. The White House had actually called because they knew she was there. They were telling her, get rid of her, honey. Get away from her. And they were like, fuck her. And Victor just wasn't going for it. Victor was like, well, it's a 12-hour drive to Happy, Alabama. I'll drive you. Now, Anna ain't saying nothing at this point. Dax and Valerie are basically telling him, motherfucker, is you crazy? You standing around here with a blouse on and some tight-ass jeans with slits in them, looking sweet as ever, honey. You will not be going to the backwoods of Alabama, honey. They ain't ready for you and all that shit, bitch. But anyway, he was like, well, we don't do our friends like that. He's like, I'm going to drive you. So I'm like, okay. And Dax was just being a bastard. He really was. He was, beyond being even, he wasn't really all that concerned. It was more Valerie that was concerned about his safety. Dax was just being a bitch in general. And he was like, you not controlling me, and we ain't doing all that. So last we heard of that, they were going out the door. I said, okay, well, I think you done fucked around and lost your boyfriend with that bullshit. Because Dax was standing over there crying. Tears was welling all up in his eyes. I said, but you was just shit a minute ago. You was just shit with that boyfriend that you've been keeping. Girl, next time do a better job, honey, at keeping your boyfriend and not showing out in front of company. But that was a mess. So that's what's all going on there. And again, I still say the shit that's going on in Washington could have been a whole nother program, because it ain't as interesting as the shit that's going on down in Happy, Alabama. Trust me. Happy, Alabama, too close to home, or could be all about what's going on in that trailer park, and I would be just as happy. But whatever, we'll take it for what it is. But it's funny because the writing over here is actually better than the writing on Have and Have Nots. Sorry, I'm just saying. Anyway, all right, so I'll see you guys next week. All right.